Well, hello, my wonderful YouTube family. Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade. Yes, you read that correctly. I'm currently live right now. It is, what is today? I don't even know what today is. 25th? Yeah, it's the 25th. Anyway, hope everyone's doing well. We just received the Season 1 PTS patch notes for Year 6. So I wanted to bring them to you really quick. That's a plan, everybody. That is the plan. So I got to run out for work, so we're going to go through this really fast. Once I do, I will answer your questions as well. All right, so for those of you that may not know, unfortunately, this is only on PC, the PTS. And if you're in chat, hey, what's up? I see you, friends. I'll get to you in a second, I promise. It's only on PC strictly because the PTS is so short. And on PC, if they want to make a change on the fly, they can do that right away, you know? And on console, there's that whole certification thing that can take days, multiple days. And if that happens, they can't implement changes, all of that stuff. So, yeah, unfortunately. It sucks, but it's, you know, it's for 2 days. I will be covering it here at the channel. So I promise I will be playing the game. See you, everyone in chat. What's up, Lux Shadow? What's up, Q? I see you as well. Random Sigma stuff. Awesome. Well, thank you. Look, there's my #1 fan. That's fantastic. All right, so let's get into this really quick. Again, jumping out the door for work. Let's start with the new gear. And at the end of this, I will answer some questions really quick as well. So we do got that going. And I apologize if my voice is kind of scratchy. Yeah, early morning here. Okay, so anyway, we got a new brand set, the The Zoo brand set. We're going to call it the Zoo brand set. 1 piece equipped gives 15% magazine size. 2 piece equipped gives 20% rifle damage. All right. 3 pieces equipped gives 30% weapon handling. And there are some named gear pieces. We have the named chest bobber, talent perfect entrench. If you are below 30% armor, headshots from cover repair 30% of your armor. Cooldown is 2 seconds. Underneath that, we have the name gloves, Eagle's Grasp. I like that name. Perfect attribute, 15% weapon handling. All right, so yeah, I mean, you can definitely put it together a bunch of stuff with that. That's for damn sure. Next, we have a new gear set. And by the way, the first one was a brand set. And if you're just joining, welcome. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Sub or join as well. Would love to have you be a part of the family. Just doing a quick, you know, patch notes live stream. If you hear background noise, what am I going to do? You know, this was not planned, so we're going to cough. Hang on. Could you hear that? Do me a favor. Let me know in chat if you could actually hear me coughing. Hopefully you couldn't. But if you could, that's disgusting. And I am very, very sorry. All right, new gear set, Breaking Point. 2 pieces equipped gives you 25% rifle damage and 25% MMR damage. And again, I see you all in chat. I will get to your questions, I promise. 3 piece equipped gives you 30% headshot damage and 15% weapon handling. 4 pieces equipped unlocks a new unique talent. Oh, good. You did not hear me coughing. Sweet. Thank you, Luck. Okay, that's good. I'm still getting over being sick, and I don't want to be, disgusting. The new talent is on point. Landing a shot using a rifle or MMR grants a stack. Reloading will grant 2% weapon handling and 2% weapon damage per stack for 10 seconds. Okay. No stacks are required, while the bonuses are active. The timer running out will refill your magazine. Below that, switching weapons while the bonuses are active will stop the effect and refill your magazine. Switching weapons while the bonuses are not active will remove all stacks and refill your magazine as well. Okay. And again, it's hard to kind of picture how to use this stuff when you're just reading it, but, we'll get there. All right, next we have chest and a backpack talents. The chest talent is point of no return. Increase on point bonuses timer from 10 to 15 seconds. And then, what do we got? Backpack bonus is point of honor. Increases on point weapon damage bonuses from 2 to 3%. And y'all are awesome, by the way. I see that the comments like, who cares about coughing? I don't know. I just want to be that, I don't want to be gross. So, whatever. I know who cares about coughing. Will, I see you, everyone. Y'all are awesome. Awesome. Here we go, agents. New exotic knee pads. Acosta's knee pads. All right, what do we have? The talent is escape plan. Vaulting from top of an object gives 10% movement speed for 3 seconds. After not moving for 5 seconds, you're going to receive 20% movement speed for 5 seconds. When affected by a status effect, 10% movement speed is granted for 5 seconds. Oh my God, can you imagine the speed you're going to have if you use this with Lady Death? I don't even know what to say. Like, that's right out of the gate. I'm like, every new speed run is going to be crushed because of these knee pads. This is going to be insane. Yeah, look at that. The max movement speed bonus is 20%. The bonuses do not stack with movement speed bonuses from other sources. Oh, see what happens when I don't read ahead? Son of a bitch. Damn it. I got all excited. I stopped reading. I was looking at chat, and I was like, oh, crap. Damn it. There goes my whole theory from 5 seconds ago about, this and Lady Death. Ah, damn it to hell. Okay, so take all that back. You're going to lose 50% movement speed, movement impairment penalties from status effects. All right, so let's move on. Oh, here we go. Can it be? Now, I'm not going to get all amped up. Let's see what it actually is before I'm like, yeah, stack this and that. I'm totally wrong before I read. I do that a lot, by the way. I get all amped up. Damn it. All right, anyway, we have a new exotic weapon. It is the shotgun called Overlord. Talent is, what is it? Capitulate? Capsulate? Whatever. That's the talent. Hitting an enemy will apply a stack of negative 1.5% movement speed for each pellet hit for 5 seconds. Shooting again will reapply the stacks. All right. Hitting an enemy will apply, I just want to read this again, make sure I'm reading it correctly. Hitting an enemy will apply a stack of negative 1.5% movement speed for each pellet hit for 5 seconds. Shooting again will reapply the stacks. Okay. Meh. I mean, I don't know. I just want something more aggressive, Stats and mods, optics, 15% crit hit damage. We have reload speed on the mag. And then underbarrel is 20% weapon stability. Okay. And do me a favor, let me know what do you think of these things so far. Let me know. Let me know in the comment section, people. And if you're just tuning in, welcome to the Unplanned Rando live stream. I think to myself, I says, hey, do I have time to make a video? Not so much. Hey, we got to use the right voice for this. Hang on here. Give me a sec. Yeah. Is that it? No, that's not it. It's not even working. Whatever. That's how unprepared I am. I don't even have the voices ready. So, if you're just tuning in, 121 people, that is beautiful to see. Thank you. Do me a favor, take a quick second, hit that like button. It really does help out. I will be posting this at the on the channel again, just kind of edited, whatever. But I figured this is a great way to get you all the info. All right. Now let's get back to it. Named weapons and talents. We have the Brazen Weapon Talent. You're going to receive 1% amplified damage on the next shot with the weapon for each pellet that hits the target, if at least 6 pellets hit. Okay. We have the Thorn. Talent is Perfect Brazen. Receive 1% amplified damage on the next shot with the weapons hit for each pellet that hits the target, if at least 4 pellets hit. All right, so less pellets have to hit, and you're getting that same amplified damage. So we got that going for us. Like Glue on the Super 90. Talent is Perfect Brazen again. Same thing as above. All right, so, here we go. We got some reworks. I love it, I love it, I love it. Because the Diamondback, so, I've talked about this at the channel before. The Diamondback is an absolute monster. I love that weapon. But there are better weapons out there that may not do, they do a ton of damage, but they just handle much better. So let's see what we have. Increased damage from 329,084 to 342, 247. Okay, magazine size expanded from 5 to 6. I can take that. I mean, I'd rather see it at 8, to be honest with you. That's kind of like, I don't know. 8 for me is kind of where I want to be at the bare minimum, depending on what I'm doing. And the reload speed is slow as shit, All right, so the talent is still Agonizing Bite, same name. Diamondback randomly marks an enemy within 20 meters. If no enemies are within 20 meters, it marks the closest enemy to you. Hitting that enemy consumes the mark, guaranteeing a critical hit and amplifying damage of that hit by 20%. After hitting the mark, all shots fired are guaranteed critical hits for 5 seconds. New random enemy is marked afterwards and whenever you reload. Okay, so we see the difference down below. Let me know what you think. What do you think of these changes? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to get me to use the gun again. I love the weapon. I love the weapon without a doubt. Like I used to use that when I would run, shoot, what's the bank mission in New York? It's been that long. We face, I can't even think of it right now. But anyway, the point is this. I don't know. I mean, I'll give it a shot. I'll see what happens. But I'd like to see a little more, you know, like a few more changes. So we got that. Known issues. Is that it for the reworks? I thought I saw something for... I guess that is for the reworks. All right, never mind. Known issues. Acosta's knee pads require Ninja Bike Messenger knee pads to reconfigure. Okay. Acosta's knee pads, exotic knee pads, having Ninja Bike Messenger knee pads placeholder. Okay, so these are the known issues in the PTS before we see the PTS. I just hit the microphone. Sorry about that. So yeah, so they're letting us know tomorrow we're going to notice this stuff in the game. So yeah, where were we? Brazen weapon talent can start stacking from 4 shotgun pellets instead of 6. So it's going to be basically the perfect version on every version. Escape plan, Acosta's knee pads, talent's UI icon remains on the HUD even if the talent is not active. That's no bueno. But I guess you can tell by how quick you're moving. But again, PTS, it's what it's for. And if you are just joining, do me a favor. Like button, sub button, join button as well. Help support the channel. But yeah, if you enjoy this, hit that like. Hopefully I'll be doing many more live streams soon. All right, so where are we? Thorn named shotgun is in the MMR category at the crafting station. Don't care. Light glue named shotgun is in the MMR category. Again, that stuff, whatever. Zoo brand set gear pieces have a placeholder, models, and inventory icons. Okay. Breaking point gear set. Gear pieces have an Aegis placeholder, models, inventory icons. Once again, all right. Let me know what you think as well in chat. I will get to your questions. Have a quick sip of coffee. All right, so Bobber named chest as a placeholder. Yeah, I don't, whatever. Eagles grasp names gloves, placeholder. None of that matters, none of that matters. Overlord exotic shotgun has a regular KSG shotgun placeholder. Okay, well, anyway. That's kind of where we're at. Need some water. Now, at this point, this is all the information we have, you know? I will be playing the game tomorrow. I'll either live stream it or bring you a video just on my thoughts of everything we've seen so far. This is what we have so far, right? I am excited to see how the Diamondback performs. Really interested to see how the knee pads perform because that speed thing is great. I mean, I can see myself using that, doing a lot of vaulting in... if I'm in the summit, I mean, how often do I really vault with my character? I don't know. All right. Anyway, let's go to questions really quick. I'm going to scroll back up to the top. Good. I said good morning to everyone. What's up, Dismal? Good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. Brand's not going to be that great on paper. Nikos, yeah. Again, I mean, it is what it is. That's what we have right now. Gear looks like it's a sniper set. Yeah, you know what? Q was saying, I wish they bring back the D3 FNC gear sets from the Division 1. That was one of the baddest gear sets, 1,000%. That thing was amazing. I think I used that pretty much nonstop when I, gosh, I think if I were to jump to the Division 1 right now, I'm pretty sure that's what I have equipped. No commentary gaming. I'm back in the game. Yeah, it is a legend game. I'll tell you what, I'm actually in the process of putting together a video basically titled The Division 2 Ruined Gaming for Me, or The Division. And the only reason I say that, it didn't really. It's just such a good game and there's nothing like it. So what I unfortunately do now is I compare every game I play to The Division, which just jacks everything up. But anyway. Acosta, set of exotics. Yeah, I don't know. We need more gear space. I know it's not going to happen. I recommend create a, have at least 4 characters and use the rest as mules, to carry a bunch of gear you don't use. Probably your best bet to do that, I mean, I posted a video yesterday where I was going to make a tip of the spear build. Didn't have any tip of the spear gear, like at all, because I'm like, I don't have room for it. So I did one round of countdown, farmed, it was fine, but still. Lucky Shadow was saying, yeah, same thing. You think of pairing those knee pads with Lady Death. Unfortunately, as I continue to read, I got all lamped up. I'm like, yes. I was like, shit, no. So that kind of sucks. And there's the disappointment. Yep. Feel well. Thank you, Daniel. Can't wait. It's about time we get new exotic weapon. Yeah, the shotgun, it's interesting. I mean, look, there are different ways to run builds, and we've talked about this multiple times at the channel, where when you change your build and how you change the way you play the game, it really makes it a different game. I know before, and this is going back a minute. Got to get some water. Hang on. Before Hunter's Fury came out, I never did run and gun, like ever. Didn't happen. And that compared with a Scorpio completely changed my gameplay. Before that I was doing just mid-range, cover to cover, rifle, AR, combination of the both. And a gear set and a weapon can really change how you play. Don't see too many things. I do love rifle builds, so I'm excited to see what happens with that. Anthony, well, okay, the shotgun is dumb. Not in a good way. It's so lame. Yeah, you know what I mean? I know that I don't know anything. Let's make it clear on that. But we know that the entire point to putting in different gear sets and brand sets is to change the way we play. We also know that certain things are very, very popular in the game. And I would think that, adding different ways to use the popular items would be a good thing. Or adding something that, look, I would happily put down the Scorpio if that shotgun was like an exotic automatic shotgun, totally put the Scorpio down with some sort of talent that, again, either slows enemies down or whatever. Because think about that, if you're working on, and again, it's about team synergy. So slowing down enemies is a great thing. When you're working in a team, when you're doing certain, whatever it may be, if you're hitting control points, if you're hitting up the, countdown, the summit, whatever it is. So it definitely has a place, but how we use that, we'll see. So, but I know a lot of people want that aggressive, weapon is going to stack, the crit this, the crit that, just give you more of a buff than whatever. I don't know. You know what I'm getting at. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So I hear what you're saying. People are kind of bummed out about it, but that's what the PTS is for. And ideally what will happen is if everyone's like, we need something else from it, they do make that change. So we'll see what happens. All right, moving on. Daniel says, sorry, boring exotic. Hello, everyone. Puanlas. Daniel's right, so stupid. Yeah. It's just, you know what? I think right out of the gate, you look at it and you're like, meh, okay. It has a place, and you can put some sick shit together with it, without a doubt. But, yeah. Well, look at this. Anime Insane. They need an ice exotic gun that freezes enemies for like 5 seconds and applies status effects of freeze to the enemy. They need to make a worthy exotic like St. Elmo's and Ouroboros. Okay, so those two exotics, in my opinion, is those two are home runs. I think the Scorpio. Okay, so if we're listing exotics, let me know, and we're gonna keep this chat going. If we are listing exotics in the game, for me, the best gear exotic is the Memento, because you can just use it with everything. When we're talking weapons, for me personally, let me know your thoughts. Wait, I just said Memento. Okay, sorry, I'm blanking out. Scorpio, St. Elmo's, and the Ouroboros. Because that Ouroboros I'm not a huge fan of the talent. I mean, not that I'm not a huge fan. It's a great talent. But those RPMs are just insane. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think, for me at least, let me know your thoughts. The newest exotics, with the exception of the St. Elmo's and Ouroboros, have been kind of like mid. You know what I mean? So, anyway, let me know your thoughts. All right, here we go. Flash, what's up, Flash? Good to see you, kid. Exotic's supposed to be exotic. Who the F is coming up with these exotic ideas? Again, I don't think they're bad. I just think that they're not what the majority of the community may be looking for. Here we go. It's going to feel like half the community is going to ignore it because it's not going to stack with the striker builds, ignoring the fact it's not strikers. Yeah. So I think, if we go back to like the last season with those gloves, with a show of hands, do me a favor in chat, with a show of hands, how many people actually use those gloves? Like, if you use the gloves on a regular basis, or if you've even attempted to use them, show me a high five. Only if you actually use them. And as I'm scrolling down, we'll get to that. So, yeah, we got that. Peaches and Cream, what's going on? You have a safe day as well. We got you, Anime, Ice Gun. Maybe it'll get you away from Fallout. I'm actually going to play Fallout 4 for the first time ever today. Like, I skipped 4 and 76. Well, no, that's not true. I started Fallout 76 and it was just a dumpster fire, so I had to stop. But anyway, moving on. Okay, that is for a different video. Let's keep rolling down. Ice Gun. Everyone likes the Ice Gun idea. Look at that. Anime keeps going. Imagine seeing beautiful ice crystals explode when you kill them all. Shining. Would be awesome. Seems pretty sick. I like that. Daniel is saying, let's see how the Diamondback with the new set. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, I mean, look, I do enjoy, like, I put the Diamondback down because there are better rifles that handle differently and better. The talent on Diamondback is amazing. But I enjoy using different weapons more. If I'm playing in a group, I usually, I'll sometimes run with the Diamondback. But if I am not in a group, there are better weapons to use, in my opinion, as a solo player, All right, let's keep going. Moving on. Where'd I go? Lost this. So the new shotgun will be the exclusive. I'm not sure. Hang on. Let me get back to where we were before I lose. Sorry, I had to fix the screen real quick. Okay, where are we? Where are we? We're going to keep rolling down. I'm just trying to play catch up real quick. Sci-Fi is saying I've not played since January. Yeah, so here's the thing. I put up a lot of people are still playing the game just on a much more casual basis. They're checking in, new season begins, new target becomes available. There's that big uptick in players, and then people unfortunately wait until there's something new. And I think what happens is everyone is waiting for that big new thing, And I think what took place, in my opinion, is that we know the next X amount of time between now and the DLC, the hyper-focus of the game, as it should be, is improving the foundation, the core, the stability of everything. Yes, we have had issues since then, but the issues are dealt with much, much faster, without a doubt. And that's not in question. But I think what's going to bring everyone back, Everyone who says I'm done forever, you're lying. You're not done forever. That's just not true. You're going to come back when there's new stuff to do, without a doubt. And I think once we see all that new stuff come back, that's when there's going to be that influx of players again. But people are still playing this game, without a doubt, because there's nothing like it. That's why there's a frustration in the community. Like, please get... All I want to do is something new in the division. Please give me something new. Because people consume it, you know? So, anyway, let's get back to it. So we talk about the free stuff, all that. Hello, Agent, Shade Agent Hunter. What's going on? Scorpio is the best exotic weapon in the game. Yeah, I can't put that thing down. Kevin, I know you're saying we need more space. It's really... That's probably never, ever, ever going to happen, unfortunately. I think it has to do with the cost or something. I don't know. But it's going to be a minute, if ever. And that's why I was saying, you know, make sure you have a ton of... You max out, make sure you have 4... What is it? What is the max? 4 or 5 agents you can have? Use those other agents as mules. Carry your, you know, brand set, gear sets, all that stuff. Tyler saying they make it easy to get exotics now with the obtainability of exotic caches. They have to throw in some crap ones every now and then. That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. Again, it's just, yeah, I think people want more of that wow factor when it comes to these. Also, do me a favor. I'm going to start to wrap this up in a few minutes. Again, this was not scheduled. I just figured this is the best way to get you those notes as quickly as possible. Umber gear set with Oreo is better than Striker. Umber gear set with, when used right, that thing is an absolute monster. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Anthony is saying one other thing is they definitely don't listen to the small part of the community of the player base part of the community. It's irrelevant compared to the other part. So here's what... I think the game is trying to please everyone right now. And they're trying to... It's an impossibility to win at this point. Because of all the stuff we went through, it's going to be a slow burn, you know? Slowly building back up. People coming back. People getting surprised that, oh, wow, this is improved now. Oh, I'm not having these issues, certain things. And that's, you know, I talk to people who've never played the game before. They're playing it for the first time now. And they can't believe how much there is to do. Like, there's so much to do. Day one players are like, I need something more. You know, and it all depends how you play the game, how often you play the game, what your game style is, all of those things. So, but it's tricky dance we're doing right now. But I'm happy, you know what, I am very excited about the future. I love Project Resolve so far because it's doing exactly what it said it was going to do, which is addressing issues in a more timely fashion, working on the core issues of the game. And again, these are just my thoughts and how I play. I don't get to play every day. I try to. I do my best. But, you know, anyway, those are my thoughts. All right, let's keep going. Tip of the Spear is the best build for the minute. Let me tell you something, Kevin. So I put that build video together the other day. If you missed that, just go to the channel. It's my most recent video. Didn't have any Tip of the Spear gear. But with the Hollywood Global event, listen to me. You need to make sure you go farm. I did in one round of Countdown. I farmed just random Tip of the Spear gear. And at the very end, with the NPCs dropping from the helicopter, I switched my targeted loot to China Light to get a, you know, holster or gloves or something. Got some knee pads to drop. Threw that on the build. So without it, I think I'm at like proficiency 7 with Tip of the Spear. Just using the minigun, it is so much fun right now during this Hollywood event. That's another great thing. Like, I don't think I've ever used a specialization weapon before. I just don't, you know? It's so easy to get caught up in what you're doing, how you're farming, all of that stuff. You can easily forget you even have that, you know, on your back. So just using that, I use that throughout the entire Lincoln Memorial mission. Absolutely lights out. So much damn fun. So yes, definitely recommend that. Anthony is saying literally use the bloody knuckles one. So here's the thing. So a while back, I, you know, in this live stream, I asked, do me a favor, show of hands, how many people actually use the bloody knuckles? No one raised their hand. No one raised their hand. That's the part that I want to see change as well. What I'd love to see happen, and I've talked about this before, and this is a privilege, and I owe it to you, my YouTube family. I am in the ETF, and that's a really big deal. As a fan of the franchise, I'm geeking out all the time about it. But as someone who creates content, and for some reason y'all accepted me into your world, I feel like it's part of my responsibility and privilege of being a part of that to try to pass info along, which I try to do as often as I can. What I would love to see take place moving forward is when we see the community comment on like, hey, these gloves just aren't it. We see a change. We see like a complete and total change with it. Because again, look, I'm not a ginormous channel, but when it comes to the division, I feel like I kind of have a pulse on a few different things. And I know my wheelhouse is beginner guides, beginner builds, how-to farming. You know, on farming, I got your back 100%. Like, well, whether it's XP or loot or whatever. There are certain things I just don't use in the game, and I will never tell you otherwise. With that being said, when you see a large portion of the community not using something, I think it's something that needs to be addressed. So that's something I would love to see happen. You know, when certain things we know just aren't used, it's just switched up to something new. So, moving on. All right, where were we? What do we got? Mark of Blades, what's going on? Good to see you, buddy. Another Division 2 creator. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Shout out from Chile. Thank you for build guides. Thank you for watching them. Appreciate it. Do me a favor and chat as we continue. Let me know. What time is it right now? 8:58 a.m. How long can I have this thing go for? I don't know. Could I go for a little while longer? I think so. Having too much fun chatting with you. This is my favorite part of doing this, by the way. Okay, what do we got? Blades, good to see you as always. Yeah, anime, you said it. Best looter shooter. It is, without a doubt. It changed just how I enjoy games, stuff like that. Roger is saying more damage. Thank you. I totally agree. But again, I also want that balance. Like, I love tank builds. I love sniper builds. You know, I love all that stuff. Oh, here we go. Wanda's saying I'm just calling it the zoo build. The zoo gear set. Might just save the rifles in this game. Yep, hoping for a new exotic rifle, but at least they have noticed how trash rifles are compared to other weapons. So, this is something I was saying at the beginning of the live stream, is that when I don't know, towards the middle, whatever. When I first started playing the game, I was just always running, you know, whether it's Providence combo with something, whatever. But my primary was an AR. Secondary always was a rifle. And there were so many changes in the game where the rifles in many ways became obsolete as far as a primary weapon goes. So this gear set does make a big change. Like, I would run with that classic M1A nonstop with boomerang on it. Oh gosh, so badass. Love that thing. So anyway, yeah, hopefully that changes it up, because I do miss some good rifle builds. Okay. Sci-Fi Universe says, I have been told by a dev friend that Division 3 will be a big game with design for multi-year game. Yeah, it's going to be ginormous. That's not even in question. If the first game still has players, the second game still has players, and even though the number's lower, there are a bunch of people playing this, without a doubt. When the third game comes out, it's going to be insane. Absolute insanity. So, you got that going for you. Not available, says Philip. Your other character's inventory. Yep, 100%. Going to keep moving on. And again, if you're just joining, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that join button, or hit that sub button as well. Truly, truly appreciate it. Where we got? We're going to start to hopefully catch up soon. ETF, Nikos, it's referred to as the Elite Task Force. It's basically a group of players that the game has chosen to help. I don't know how to really explain it. It's basically a group of players, whether you have a channel or not. That's not the relevance of it. They want some people who do, speak to the community on a regular basis, but it's people who have channels, who don't have channels, just people who love the franchise. And that way we can try to get feedback and pass it along to the game from the community, help create different things and stuff like that. So I do try to pass information along as often as I can. Oliver is saying Bloody Knuckles is the meta in Incursion. Oh, that's good to know. There we go. Very, very true. Did you know you cannot expertise the Merciless? I think I did. I don't know. Maybe. I don't want to be dishonest. I don't. There are certain things I focus on, certain things I don't. Like many of you out there, I'm a casual player. The channel of mine is a hobby. It's something that's turned into more than a hobby. But, with a limited time to play, with having, full-time work, certain things I stay on top of, certain things I don't. So if I see a question and I don't answer it, it's because I don't have the answer. So I'm not sure if you're able to level up the expertise in the Merciless or not, or if you have to change it to the Ruthless or vice versa. That's stuff I just honestly don't know. So that's going on. Okay. Not available says I'll wait a couple years before getting Division 3 when it finally comes out. I'm getting it day one, I can tell you that. But putting that aside, it's going to be a long time till the game comes out. It's going to be probably, I would say, if we're looking at a calendar, I'm like, what year are we in right now? 2024? If we're lucky, 2026. If we're lucky, 2026. I could see it 2026 or 2027. That would be my guess. But again, that's complete speculation. So anyway, hit 100 likes. Thank you, everybody. Y'all are awesome. Appreciate you. All right, here we go. Well, what's up, Death Destroyer? Yes, I am actually live. I see you, my friend. Yeah, I didn't plan this. I'm thinking, hey, I got to make a video, but I don't have time to record and do my editing. So I'm like, you know what? We're just going to put together a live stream really quick. And I will post this at the channel as well. Maybe later. I don't know. I don't know if there's really a point, to be honest with you. All right, let's keep going on. Do you have a shade? That was one word. Shagent. Ooh, I'm coining that phrase. What's up, Shagent? Shade Agent Hunter. Do you have a replacement for the Ouroboros SMG? Because I don't have it. Any recommendations? One of the there's some sick vectors. There's some really, really good vectors out there. RPM, I think on certain vectors are 1200. Are certain ones small? I don't know if the long barrel is 1200. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I would run with a vector. Nice Hunter's Fury run and gun build vector. You could do. Depending on how you play, my top three choices for the body armor. I'm going Sokolov for the body armor, and I would do either Obliterate, Intimidate, or you want more survivability, Unbreakable on it. Combo that with either Memento or a second piece of Sokolov with, I would say, Adrenaline Rush or Bloodsucker. Yeah, that's a good combo. That's one of my favorite combos. All I can do, one thing I want to make sure I do here is always make sure I actually give you advice on builds I use, and that is something I use all the time. So let's keep on rolling down. Nikos, thank you, says you can expertise Merciless. It's under Ruthless. Okay, that's what it is. Thank you. That's what I thought, but again, I don't want to, don't want to speculate, people. Everyone is saying or chiming in about the third game, 2026 for a quick game, 2027 if we want a good start. Not great, but good. So, yeah, 2 years is a quick turnaround. But when we think of the first game, we went, 2016 to 2019? That was 3 years. Think about that. And my hope is that right now, certain things are in the works. Like they're starting pre-production or whatever you want to call it. building those teams, getting new people on, stuff like that. Not available says 2028. Dear Lord, I hope it's not that long, because that would suck. I think 2026, 2027. Sorry, I hit the mic thing really quick. I know a lot of people are wondering about the Division Resurgence, Division Heartland. Once we have any more information, I'll pass that along. I've played both. They're both awesome. They're both really good. Heartland, it's been crickets. We have no information whatsoever. Apparently, it's going under a major rework. We'll see what happens there. For Resurgence, I don't play mobile games, but I'm telling you, agents, when I was during that whole beta testing thing, I could not put that down. It's so much fun. It's got like Division 1 wrapped with Division 2 vibes. I know it's a mobile game, but I just hooked my iPad through a connector through my PC. I was playing on my monitor. It's just absolutely sick. It's really damn fun. And there were a few times where I was like driving back from somewhere or on a plane, whatever. And to play the Division like on the roll, it's pretty dope. So I'm sitting there, brought my Xbox controller, using that on my iPad. So much damn fun. All right, let's keep on keeping on. The only drawback, Destroyer is saying the only drawback with the Oreo is the talent with Vector, right? Which Oreo is based on. You can put damage talents and shred NPCs till your heart's desire. That's the other thing too. And we talked about this earlier. The talent on the Oreo, I'm not really a fan of, but it's at RPM, which is just nuts. And when you add Striker, it's just insane. There are some insane talents. Like for me, it was still one of the best weapons in the game, SMG wise, is or one of the best weapons is I'm drawing a blank right now. Dark Winter. Dear Lord, that took a minute. Or just a regular Vector with a regular talent killer on it is still insane. So yeah, very, very true. Oh, look at that. Not available. Shade Agent. Dark Winter is similar alternative to Ouroboros. That is correct. All right, let's keep rolling down. Keep on keeping on. They've already begun work on D3. That is correct. They're putting together their team as we speak. Don't know how far it is, but again, it's going to be a minute. Kevin says 2030. Dear Lord, Kevin, I swear. No. I mean, I don't want to imagine that, but I could not see that happening. 6 years from now, there's no way. Because we're going to roll from the second game into the third. They're not stopping support on the second game. What they need to do is continue. Remember, we have the DLC at the beginning of next year. So this time it's all about improvements. We have a seasonal rework that's going to be coming up soon. When that soon is, I don't know. Again, I don't want to speculate anything. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But I think we're continuing to get in a better place, just slowly. Again, just think slow burn with this game. And it is frustrating to not hear anything. Like, we didn't hear anything from the game for a little while, and then all of a sudden we got a PTS, which I will be live streaming tomorrow at one point. All right, let's start to wrap this up. I got to leave in about 5 minutes. Oh, no way. You're doing the enemy is saying you're going to get Resurgence on your Galaxy S24 once it arrives tomorrow. Want to try it out? Although you're not a mobile gamer yourself. So you are doing that. I forgot there's a small group of people doing a beta test. You're going to love it. Do me a favor. Please let me know what you think of the thing, because I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Does anyone have the Chatterbox SMG? Because I've been trying to get the parts for the SMG for 6 months. You should be able to. If Shade, if you go to my channel, or if you just search, I think in YouTube, how to get the Chatterbox, it's the exact same method. The video is probably a year and a half, if not older, but the method is exactly the same. Exactly the same. And actually, I'm considering putting together an updated video on that, because a lot of people ask about that. But the method is exactly the same. The other thing that can happen is, let's say if you're farming in a group, let's say, you and I are farming and I get it to drop because I have it in my loot pool because I already have it. If I get it to drop, I can give it to you and then it's in your loot pool, So that's another way you can get it if you're farming with people. So always let people know what you're looking for. How do you get the Bullet King? Farm anywhere the loot. Farm anywhere the LMG is a targeted loot. I recommend doing Countdown or the Summit because you can choose your targeted loot there. And again, it's all going to be random, but that's your best way to do it. Anywhere you see that LMG icon on the map, farm there on the day. It's much nicer when it's in the open world, so you're not stuck farming the same mission over and over. But without a doubt, and this is something I've made multiple videos on multiple times, the best thing to do is play Countdown. When you play Countdown, you are going to not only have the chance of, you pick your targeted loot. In your case, you want to get the Bullet King, you go LMG. When you clear Countdown, you earn Countdown resources. With those, you can go to the Countdown vendor, buy exotic caches, and hopefully pick one up. So that is definitely what you want to do. Good morning, Juan. Favorite SMG? The Banshee. I'm telling you, they made a huge change on that. That thing is lights out. Totally agree. Totally agree. All right. Finishing up really here. Ah, man. Tommy's saying crash every day with a 3080 Ti, sometimes back-to-back and sometimes days it's fine. You know what? For me on console, and I've said something about this, one thing we've always talked about at the channel is I always want to make sure I talk about everything going on in the community. And for me as a console player on Xbox, I do not it's so very rare when I have issues. I know there are major issues on Xbox Series X, by the way. I know there are issues on PlayStation, unfortunately, on a regular basis, blue screens. I know for PC players, it can be an absolute nightmare. Or like Tommy said, one day it's great. The other day it's like, oh, geez there. It's just nonstop madness. I mean, I've had times where I'm working on a video. Great example. I'm working on a video with my PC character. Every time I get to the end of Countdown, like 3 times in a row, it crashes. So I don't want to play on PC. Now, other times I have no problems. I don't run into that with Xbox. It's there's a randomness sometimes with PC players. So hopefully that continues to improve because there are other people out there who have never had a problem on PC ever before. There are people out there who have never had a problem on PlayStation or Xbox. Just some random stuff sometimes. That happened to me with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I love the game. But dear Lord, for some reason it crashed on me all the time. Didn't crash for anyone else. I know it crashed for other people, but the point is I had to stop playing because I just couldn't play. And for whatever reason, sometimes things get sideways. So hopefully that will continue to improve here. And we're a family here. Keep me posted. I'll try to get you answers, my friends. One final time, my fellow agents, if you are just joining in, I went over the patch notes a little bit earlier. This was an unplanned live stream. Hope you enjoyed it. And I think I'm going to wrap this up. Waveform holster, Danny. Same thing as I mentioned in regard to the Bullet King. Hit up Countdown, hit up the Summit, set your targeted loot to holster, and just pray, my friend. Just farm and pray. That's all you can do. Love Countdown. Yep, a Countdown is awesome. It's great. But I think the goal is sometimes people can even get burnt out by playing Countdown because you're farming just to farm. You want that item or gear set so you can do other things. And going back to what we're going to see with Year 6 Season 1, in my opinion, this is just the beginning of the changes we are going to see. The entire point of the Project Resolve is to introduce changes and fixes and adjustments. I love seeing the adjustment on the Diamondback because in my mind, that's open for discussion now. Hey, let's change this. Hey, no one's using Bloody Knuckles. Let's use this. Or, like someone said, Bloody Knuckles is the meta in Conflict. Don't change a damn thing. Don't change it. Who cares? Like, if people are using it, beautiful. But if something isn't getting really used, that's when it's like, hey, as a discussion, let's talk about that. So, anyway, my fellow agents, I need to start wrapping this thing up. Let me get to the final questions. Danny, I answered your question about the Waveform holster, farm Countdown, set your targeted loot to holster, and pray, as I said. I know you heard that part, or hopefully you did. Shade Agent Hunter, will you make a video for the Nemesis sniper build? Yeah, I will. So I usually don't like making videos on items that I haven't shown how to get the item. And with the Nemesis. Yeah, it's a Nemesis. I was thinking of the Mantis for a second. But the Nemesis, you got to craft it. You got to get it from different pieces. So I kind of like to do the how to get the weapon first and then make that build, because I've never made an actual Nemesis build before, strictly for the reason, or maybe I have. I'm sure I have. But anyway, whatever. I will make a video for that. Moving on. Disregard everything I said. It's not like we're live. Okay, we are live. Your Wi-Fi disconnects. Man, I can't help you there. Oh, the other day I was playing and PG&E decided to turn off the power. I'm in the middle of, I want to say it was, I think it was a time trial for the league, something like that. Anyway, that sucks when that happens. Is there a way to get the Iron Lung for new players? The answer is yes. Once again, follow the steps. Go to, there aren't, again, when I say steps, I mean play Countdown, play the Summit, or farm anywhere the LMG is a targeted loot. Set your targeted loot. It's all random. There's no guaranteed way to get it. The only guarantee was when the season was live, you got it as a seasonal reward. Excuse me, it was in the seasonal reward track. But if you want to get it, that's what you want to do. Just farm Countdown, get those resources, buy exotic caches from the Countdown vendor. That will help as well. Like big time, big time. So that's, yeah, what I want to do. We're going to keep going. If your Wi-Fi disconnects, I got nothing for you. We just talked about that. I've been away. We got an update. Yes, we did get an update, Raider. It is Year 6, Season 1. We have the patch notes. I went over those. I am going to post a video later just with the notes themselves, but I wanted to bring them to you really quick live. And if you are just tuning in and you haven't done so as yet, do me a favor, hit that like button really quick. You can hit that join or sub button as well. That definitely helps out the channel. Base reveal. Not anytime soon, my friend. We'll see. I don't know. One day, without a doubt. What else we got? I think that's about it. Love testing and practicing new builds in Countdown, as do I. Killa says, I got 8 exotic holsters from Countdown, no waveform, still grinding, drop rate seems broke. So I forgot, there are a handful of exotics in the game that people have a very hard time getting. And from what I've seen, based on the conversations we have at the channel, the waveform is one, and another one is the Catharsis. And the Catharsis, I think, is the top of that list, where people just can't get it to drop. The Ninja Bike's kind of up there as well, but if we're ranking the #1 exotic that people just can't seem to drop, get, Catharsis, waveform, and again, it's all random. Other people get it all the time. The reason why I recommend farming Countdown so much is because it seems with certain rare drops, your odds are better of getting them to drop when you're just opening a cache instead of it opening in the random, and even if you're farming where the targeted loot is, it's kind of random sometimes. And by sometimes, I mean all the time. So, like last week, I opened up 2 exotic caches. They were back-to-back waveforms. I was like, what the hell? The week before was back-to-back Liberty pistols. So it's going to be random sometimes. But if you're going for that thing, just keep doing the Countdown. Killa, keep me posted. Tommy's saying, my buddy had Nemesis drop in world loot without crafting it. Wow, no kidding. That's insane. I've seen one drop after I crafted it. I've seen one Nemesis drop in 5 years. I can tell you I was running a bounty in New York and it dropped. It's so rare that I actually remember exactly what I was doing when it happened. Why is your base of operations wall broken? Missing exotics you've got already? Yeah, I get a lot of questions. People saying, how do you put it up on the wall? I don't know. I don't have an answer. To the best of my knowledge, they should automatically be put up there once you get them. That hasn't been an issue for me. I'll try to get you some answers if I can. Thank you. Subbed already, but light. Thank you, Raider. Appreciate you. Hunter says, sometimes it gets so annoying when you want one exotic weapon and you get the same exotic as before. Yep, I have 1 Sweet Dream shotgun and 12 Sacrum Imperium snipers. Sacrum Imperium is that in the Relic. I know that's not an exotic, but those drop all the time. I don't know. Just say out loud, I want to get a Sacrum Imperium, and maybe I'll actually get a Sweet Dreams. See what happens. For Das Blut, for me, it's a bighorn. In another hand, I've gotten the coyote. And in the other hand, I often get the coyote mask. Sorry, just was trying to read that too quickly. Yeah, so Das. Farming Legendary Summit. Just type in, just type in how to get the bighorn. You should see one of my videos in the top search results. That's the most efficient way I've been able to get it. Look through the comment section. There are people who say, holy, you know what? I've been trying to get this forever. In my second attempt, I got it. Other people say my first attempt. Other people say I've tried it 30 times and I still can't get it. Keep that grind going. My recommendation, try, if you're going to farm in succession, farm for like 30 minutes and bail. Otherwise, you're going to lose your mind and then jump back into it. Not available says, I know exotics at DZ vendors are not worth it. Yeah, it's not that. I mean, it's the best way to get them in the game is countdown. I mean, that's it. The best way to get them in the game is countdown. And if you're trying to get the Eagle Bear or the Ravenous, you know, we know that the Ouroboros is still exclusive to the Incursion. The EB and Ravenous you can get in the Dark Zone. Very, very, very low drop rate, but your odds are so much better running the raids. They're amazing communities. I posted a video the other day talking about them. I definitely recommend checking that out. I just looked at the time, my fellow agents. I got to bail. I appreciate you all so very much. Do me a favor, shoot me a thumbs up if you would, if you'd like to see these more often. Actually, don't even bother because I'm going to do them anyway. I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. Are you playing the PTS and can you stream it? I don't know if I'll be able to stream it because of when I can actually play. Sometimes if I'm like, because I sometimes work from home, and when I am, I can multitask, but I can't play and work. And I can't try to live stream and work at the same time, but I can try to play at the same time, if that makes sense. But I will definitely be bringing you videos on that. I'll do my best. And I should be able to stream at one point, but we'll see what happens. Would you recommend Summit in exchange for Countdown? Depends. If you're looking sheer numbers, Countdown every day, all day, no matter what. Solo play, hit up the Summit. Oh, but yeah. That's it. All right, everyone. Thank you all so much. Tyler, I see you. You're very welcome. Thank you all for stopping by. Appreciate you so much. Oh, yeah, Dash, you're welcome. I'm glad you like the pictures from DC. If you follow me on Twitter, I went on a spring break vacation with the family, so that was a lot of fun, and took some pictures in DC and New York. But anyway, got to go, my fellow agents. Thank you all so much for the insane privilege of your time. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.